Hey, welcome back to the 6th Gear Garage. Summer is here, and a lot of my subscribers have been asking questions about air conditioning on these trucks. Today, I'll show all the components of the AC system donated from my 1987 pickup. So this guy here is called the dryer, also the receiver or accumulator. It just removes any moisture from the system. The right line goes into the condenser, which sits in front of the radiator. The left line carries the refrigerant across the front of the truck. There's a connection right there, then goes up and over through the radiator support. Then the line continues to run through the engine bay all the way up to the firewall. That's where these two threaded connections are. And the expansion valve and the evaporator are on the other side. Back up front, the short line off of the dryer connects to the bottom of the condenser. Then the line zigzags through all these cooling fins. And it starts up on the top here. From there, it connects to a big AC line that goes through the radiator support into the engine bay and to the compressor. The compressor pumps the refrigerant through the condenser, dryer, and to the expansion valve and evaporator. The compressor has a clutch that's activated when the AC button's pushed. When the AC is off, this pulley isn't turning the whole compressor. It's more like an idler pulley. And that's what this plug is for right here. On the engine, here's the bracket for the AC compressor. It's held on with 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. You'll need this as well if you're going to retrofit AC into a non-AC truck. And around front, you can see this has a separate belt for the AC. At the bottom of this bracket is an idler pulley. Back to the compressor, there's another big line that comes off the top, and that also goes to the firewall. We're kind of going backwards here. The system actually flows the other way. The big hose goes on the bottom and the small one on the top. Then, on the other side of the firewall, you have the evaporator assembly. This also contains the expansion valve inside. Here's the part number. And there's the evaporator. The blower motor pushes warm air past these cold fins, and then the cold air goes through the vents. Over on the other side, this is where the warm air enters. There you can see the expansion valve in there. There's also a small separate harness just for the evaporator assembly. It has this green plug on one end. Then that harness connects to the main HVAC harness for the blower motor, heat, and AC. Notice it has the extra fuse for the AC next to the relay, where non-AC trucks don't. This harness is also an AC specific part. I don't know the full history of this truck, but I'm pretty sure someone retrofitted the AC because there's a red wire in the engine harness, right next to the one that connects to the compressor. It's definitely not OEM. And they ran it through the engine bay, all the way to the firewall, and it comes inside by this drain tube for the evaporator assembly. And then ran it up to the HVAC harness, and they had it connected to the black wire on this 2-wire plug. This is the plug with the really short wires, about 2/3 down the harness from the relay. I don't have the wiring schematics for this truck, so I can't tell you exactly what all the wires do, but here's what I can share based on what I've seen. On the non-AC truck, there's just an empty plastic box tube thing in place of this evaporator assembly box. Here's the part number for the compressor in case you're trying to source one for your truck. Notice the R12. It's near impossible to get R12 anymore, so this was probably converted to R134A. I think the red and blue caps on the compressor are the R134A fittings. So there's a quick overview of the AC system for the 84 to 88 Toyota pickup. I'll put a list of all these parts in the description. I've owned like 8 of these pickups, but this is the first one with AC, so I wouldn't consider myself an expert on the AC system. So if I missed anything, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing for more Toyota pickup videos here at the 6th Gear Garage.